Hi everyone, Sam here from Evolv AI. Excited you're here today to see our latest innovation when it comes to AI-led experimentation and personalization. We're specifically going to walk you through some of our latest and greatest generative AI capabilities within the Evolv AI web editor. We're specifically going to cover auto-generated copy variations, as well as the AI assistant building experiments for you based on a text prompt. So describing the change that you want to make to your digital experience and having generative AI actually write the code for you and apply the change. Excited? So let's get started. So I've gone ahead and added a couple of the pages that I'm targeting. We call those contexts. So it could be a single page or a collection of pages that you want to be able to run these experiments. So targeting based on URL is what I used. And now I'm going to find an area of the digital experience that I want to create variations for. Essentially to do that, what I'm going to do is generate a component. So a way for us to target the element that we want to make changes to, particularly in this case, the making new memories H3, and you can see that identified as I hover over it. So once I click this, what I'm going to be able to do here is actually give it a name. I can call it memories H3. And now that I've identified that element, I'm going to go ahead and create an experiment group here that we call a variable. So memories H3 copy changes. So now I've created the experiment group. We have the control value here that's going to say making new memories. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the variant here. So what I've done here is now we have, when we go here to essentially the paintbrush, this is our WYSIWYG editor, and it starts to highlight the areas that I can make changes to this specific element. So if I want to bold it, change the typography, sizing, if it made sense to upload an image, I could, or adjust it, background, etc. But you'll see here, making new memories is already highlighted, and I can generate variations from this. So just by clicking that button, what it's doing is essentially the generative AI is going to create those variations, and then in a couple of seconds, it will show up and allow me to select from those variations. So now you'll see I have create unforgettable moments, creating fresh moments to cherish, creating fresh moments of joy and happiness, and I actually have even more. So you'll see I have multiple different changes here that I can select from. Creating unforgettable moments sounds really good. So I can make that our new variant here. So awesome. So I'll create that one. I'll also I'll go ahead and clone this variant here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change a few of the parameters here for the variation. So right now the sentiment is neutral. I'm going to go to move it over towards being more positive here. I'm going to increase the clarity. I'm going to make it less academic. I think more contemporary sounds good. Great, creating fresh moments to cherish, crafting fresh recollection. Creating precious moments sounds good. Awesome. So I created two text variants with the help of our AI assistant here. And I was also able to make adjustments to the sentiment, clarity, make it less academic and contemporary. So now let's move on to our generative AI assistant creating experiments for you based on a text prompt. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the collections page that I've identified here. And I've already created a few experiments here. But what I want to do is I want to test the ability to display 5 products per row, 4 products per row, Does that give the user more options above the fold? Can they find what they're looking for faster, or is presenting less options per row actually give them the focus to be able to consume the different products and browse and in terms of being able to find it? And so I'm going to go ahead and I've already created the components here by pointing and clicking on the product rows and the product card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a new variable, and I'll call this products per row. Awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and add a variant here. So for the component, product rows, please present 5 product cards per row. And there looks like there's a little bit of spacing before and after, so I'm going to go ahead and add some spacing around it. And make sure the margin left and right are, let's say, 5 pixels. Great. So I put in that description here. You'll see it show up here in the Generative AI assistant. And in just 1 to 2 minutes, up to 1 to 2 minutes, the Generative AI will actually generate the code and apply it for you to preview. Awesome. And in less than a minute, it actually generated the code for me. I was able to apply it automatically. I didn't even write a single line of code. It was just a text prompt. So you can see the code here if you want to. You don't have to do anything from here to be able to actually deploy this change. So now I can hover over and interact and just make sure that it's working properly, which it seems to be. I'll go ahead and QA it before I actually launch this. And the beauty of this prompt here, as well as the chat interaction with our AI assistant, if it doesn't look exactly the way that you want it to, you can go ahead and interact with the chat experience so that you can get the exact output that you're looking for. We also have different ways to create experiments through the traditional ways. You can go ahead and I can actually select an element here. For example, obviously you can change the typography, spacing, if you want to upload your own imagery, background, etc. So if you want to make tweaks to on top of what the AI assistant has generated for you, you can as well. You can also go ahead and leverage the coding capabilities. So if you want to write your own CSS, JavaScript, you have that capability here. And what's nice about this is the way that Evolv integrates. And what's nice about this is the way that Evolv integrates with your digital experience is a single line of JavaScript. So that goes in the head of the pages that you're optimizing as high up as possible for optimal performance. And what we've done with this technology and developed as part of R&D so that we can make it easier for teams to be able to launch experiments and work with the most modern frameworks like React. We've actually generated our own proprietary technology called Mutate that allows for the snippet to be placed on your site and automatically ensuring that we apply the changes if the page refreshes or the user interacts with the digital experience and the experience changes. There's no additional integration work needed because of our Mutate library. So we know exactly when to apply the change and when to remove the change when the experience changes. So really innovative technology. We're excited with what some of our customers are doing with the generative AI capabilities. What we've seen so far is experiments that would normally take a developer approximately 10 hours to build. We're seeing in less than an hour leveraging the generative AI capability. a non-technical user being able to interact and have generative AI actually creating these experiences for them. So really, really exciting innovation, and hope you get to try it out. Feel free to reach out to us if you'd like to see a demonstration of this on your digital experience. You can reach out to sales@evolv.ai. Thank you.